Teen Titans number 20, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Eddie Barrows. So, last issue, Trigon showed up, attacked a bunch of people, Beast Boy was there, and then Beast Boy fought against Simon, who said drop dead, and then a bunch of soldiers all died, and everyone was sad about it. This issue, first and foremost, opens up on a cover of Robin being like evil, and it says like, oh, Robin's like super bad this guy. No, he's barely in it. He's barely in the comic at all, and he does nothing but say good things the entire time. So I have no goddamn idea where they got this idea that Robin's evil. Regardless, we pick up, and yeah, everyone's just like, Simon, you killed all these soldiers. And Simon's like, the soldiers were here to lock us up. I don't know, like, I just defended myself. And they're like, no, they were here to fight the giant demon monster thing. It had nothing to do with you, you idiot. And he's like, oh, well, if you're just gonna call me names, you can go ahead and drop it. And he's about to kill what's her name, Solstice. And then Kid Flash runs in and just starts bashing his head into the ground, just be like, don't you even think that. So Simon's knocked out as Kid Flash is pulled off him by Superboy. And then they all turn to Raven. They're like, hey, Raven, where's your dad? And he's like, I don't know. My dad could be anywhere. And Wonder Girl doesn't take that too kindly. Just like, oh, of course you know where your dad is. You're both evil in the same sorts of ways. So then we get what this issue actually is, which is we see Trigon down in the Underrealms. He's like torturing his eldest son for no reason because he's just that evil. And he's like, oh, my daughter, how dare she betray me at my finest moment, throwing her lot in with these children. And they're all like, hey, Dad, why do you like your daughter more than you like us? And he's like, shut up. I'll tell you why. And the next, 10 pages are just, here is how Raven came to be. So Trigon has always been Trigon, and he ruled over all these different realms, and he eventually got bored of ruling, so he went out and just fought battles and such, but then he eventually got bored with that. So then he's like, well, I turned my tools towards deception and seduction, and he seduced this one woman who was Raven's mom in order to have a daughter, because he never had a daughter. He had tons of sons, no daughters. And he let the mother live because he wanted the daughter to learn compassion as like a human would, so that she can learn creation instead of destruction, as all part of his mastermind plan. And then she bailed and took refuge in a place called Azarath because they had this notion in Azarath of universal peace, and he didn't even think to look there. And so they cleared out Raven's darker side, like they took out the fire from her heart, taught her all this knowledge stuff. And then she one day got really guilty that she was putting everyone at risk, and she went back down to Earth to hide. And then she did that for a couple of years. The Phantom Stranger met up with her and then immediately just delivered her to Trigon. And that was like issue 1 of Phantom Stranger. And then that was like a few weeks ago on Earth, but it's been however long here in the Underrealms, and so she has fought countless battles by Trigon's side. Her bloodlust has been reignited. She is back to being evil and powerful and whatnot. And so Trigon gives her a realm to rule over, and she's like, oh, and one day we will take over Earth, and that will be your true realm, the one that you will rule with an iron fist. And she's like, thank you, Papa. But then as she's sitting there, she's like, it's so lonely here. Like, I seek not those I rule, but companionship. Not lovers, but peers. Not friends, but allies. Like, she still is evil, but she's still not, like, totally evil. So she's looking to just not be alone. And that's when she came across, in her visions, the Teen Titans. And she's like, maybe these will be my buddies. So at that point, the eldest son freaks out from the story, and he's like, this is all stupid. That was you're stupid, Trigon. And he goes and attacks him. Trigon just bats him away. And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I don't know what came over me. I'm just, you rule, Trigon. You're so cool. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, you know what you got to do. Go do it. And they're like, yep, sorry, we'll be done. So they all teleport out. And we see Trigon still looking at Raven in his little scrying pool thing. So at that point, basically everyone starts coming to their senses. Like Beast Boy wakes up and he's like, "Oh, hey, Teen Titans, I remember you from the culling," and then I have to remember the culling. So screw you. And Wonder Girl is still not believing that Raven has no idea what's going on. Just like, you know what's happening. You know at least where we can start to find Trigon. Like, tell us what's up. And she's like, "No, I don't know what's up." And she's like, "Well, you're a liar." And Raven doesn't take too kindly to that. She goes and she's about to attack Wonder Girl. And she's like, "You don't talk to me that way. I'm the daughter of Trigon." And Wonder Girl's like, "Yeah, well, I'm the daughter of Helena Sandsmark." And she punches Raven in the face. And Raven's like, "Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Don't know what came over me. Got a little bit iffy." And then Bunker's like, "Well, guys, if we're still looking for Trigon, I've got a good guess." As he points across the battlefield, and we see Raven's three brothers saying like, "Hey, little sis, you had your fun. Time to come home." So that's the issue. I am appreciative that they took the time to give us a Raven origin story. What I'm not appreciative of the fact is that they did it via the worst in story means imaginable of, "Hey, Dad, why don't you tell us why you like our sister?" As if Trigon had, he's just recounting all the things that they would already know. Like, clearly this would have come up at some point. Instead of telling it to, like, I don't know, Beast Boy, or to anyone else. Trigon couldn't just talk to literally anybody except for the people that should already know this. It's just, I hate that level of exposition dump where if you're telling somebody in the story who like wouldn't know it, it's not as good, or it's not good, but it's not as bad as this. Whereas these people should clearly already know this. So yeah, overall, I mean, it's a boring issue. Like, we get in maybe like a quarter of a fight, and then it's just expositing like crazy. So I'm gonna throw this in like a 4. I'm so done with this series, and it just keeps going. I don't know why. So yeah, 4 for this, and we'll see what happens with Raven next time, I guess. Who cares?